Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to our series Building a Farmhouse from Scratch. If you're new to this channel, we've been vlogging week by week our process on building our own house on our own property, and this week is episode 9, and welcome. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, go check those out. They'll be linked below. And this week we are changing the house completely inside. We are hanging sheetrock. The sheetrock has already been hung inside. They moved super quick and now they're mudding it. And then the exterior painters actually showed up today as well. They're going through getting all the seams with the silicone and caulk and getting all the joints on the hardy. And then once they are done closing it all up, sealing it all up, they will be spraying the exterior of the house. They're putting the mud on right now. We're gonna go inside and check that out. They got about 3 days of mudding and sanding, and then they will be spraying the interior of the house when they're done with the exterior. So you guys stay tuned, follow along, and let's get started on this week's Building a Farmhouse from Scratch. What is that?
The fireplace.
Yeah, the fireplace.
It's a little too small for Santa to fit in there.
Alright, so Santa's gonna have to use the magic. One more step and one more week completed. So I've seen pictures of this online and videos of people doing it, but it's actually pretty cool how they do this system. They have like a pump in the sheetrock bucket, and they have a mechanism that they hold. It's almost like a super soaker for sheetrock mud. And when it's empty, they just go to the bucket and they fill it back up, and then it has the roller paper attached to it and the mud inside the tube, and they just zip it down the seams on the sheetrock. It would take me forever to do a whole entire house. How did they do that? Well, we just learned something new. Let me take you on a quick tour of the main floor. You guys have already seen this in the previous videos if you've watched it, but I just wanted to share it with the sheetrock because it looks so different now. So fireplace, living room behind me. This is kind of like the divider wall right here behind me, and it'll also be the refrigerator wall. So when you walk into the kitchen, it is open. There'll be an island right here, and then just pretty much a one wall with lowers and uppers, and then the range wall right here will be just lowers, and then it'll have the hood vent up top accenting those beautiful windows. And then dining room table right here behind me, as you can see right there is the chandelier mount for the light. And then we'll take a walk into the master. Here is the master right here behind me. I'm sweating because I just got done putting this window in. If you guys remember, previously this had a window in it with no grid. That was just temporary to pass inspection. Don't tell anybody though. Pulled the window out, put the new window in, took a couple of the shims they had out that they set up, and then the trim went right back on over top of the window. Pretty dang easy. Back to the tour. Behind me right here is the master bathroom. Pretty simple. You have a double vanity right here, and then we'll have just the stand-up shower right here with our 3 foot by 3 foot picture window that lands just above the chest line. So for me and the wife, it is fine. If you're taller, wait, hang on. If you're a little bit taller than me, which is like 90% of everybody I know, guy-wise, you might have to cover a little bit when you take a shower. Stairway right here where they're going up with the ladder. Walter's full bathroom. This is kind of like the drop zone laundry room hallway. You can see the exterior door goes out right there. We got Walter's room right here behind me, and then the full bath behind me for Walter, and that'll be like the guest bathroom. And then laundry room in here. And washer and dryer will be on this back wall. Got our power box in here. And then right outside is the beautiful Dutch door. So this is pretty awesome. We'll get some footage of them doing the sheetrock and finishing it up. They're kind of on a deadline a little bit because we have the hardwood floors going in next week for next week's episode. So let's see if we can film some of these guys and stay out of their way and have fun this week.
Wood won't really get that wet because we got the roof right on top of it.
Yeah, it's kind of the ceiling. It's like a wood ceiling.
Guys, let's go see inside.
Okay, let's go.
Whoa! Look at these ceilings that all cut in.
Wow.
That sounds good.
And all the corners on and everything. Don't touch the walls because they're wet, okay? No.
Hey, wait.
I just said don't touch the walls because they're wet.
I'm not going. Hey.
I told you not to touch the mud, Walter.
That's like white. White paint.
It's not mud because it's white.
White paint. Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it.
Does it look good? It's been another crazy, busy, stressful week building our house. We chose Alabaster, as you can see behind me here, the paint color. We did Alabaster on the siding and the trim, and then on the beadboard right up here above me, not the beadboard, but the tongue and groove pine, we just did a super light satin clear on it. So it was like barely any tint to the clear at all. It's pretty much just clear. And you can see it right there behind me. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So all the trim work came out awesome on the siding. on the lap siding, and then they got all the sheetrock up and mudded, and they just did the final coat on that today. So interior sheetrock is hung and mudded and sanded as well. It is complete. Hopefully they will get to priming it this weekend. It was supposed to get done today, I believe, but they got a little behind. Everything's super bright now. It totally changed the whole look of the house, because it went from like studs and like brown to just the white and the gray on the sheetrock. Like, it literally looks like a home now. So the only thing left interior wise is the prime. They're gonna prime, paint it. Our floors are going in next week, so that's the next video, is the hardwood floors. After the hardwood floors go in, we'll be waiting on the kitchen cabinets. They'll come in and do the trim work and hang all the doors and do the carpet upstairs. And when that is done, we'll really be just waiting on the electricians and the plumbers to come back and tie everything in, like faucet wise and shower heads, shower valves, all that stuff. And then the electricians will come back as well. And we also have the bathroom tile. So we'll have the tile guy come out. Yeah, so not a whole lot of steps. We're in like the final stages of finishing this house. All right, so now for a quick walk around on the exterior to see the paint. Hey Wyatt, shut that door. This is probably my favorite part on the house. They're still a little dusty, but with the colors, the alabaster and the wood, so pretty. So here's the front side of the house with the front door. The front door was reclaimed, so it's vintage. We haven't done anything with the door yet. We are gonna wait until we actually get moved in. And then once we get moved in, we will, you know, kind of feel how the house is and what the style will be leading us to, and then we'll go back and we'll just pull each door off individually as we want to, and then we'll refinish it, you know, to what feels right for the house. So that being said, almost every interior door downstairs will be that same way. I really love how this tongue and groove came out up here. So on this, they actually used some of the lap siding left over and some of the fascia board to actually close this box in right here for the trim. And then they used the 1x4 up top, and then they also used the bead mold on the top edge of that to kind of close it all in. So that came out awesome. Alright, so that sums up this week's episode of the building our farmhouse from scratch. Everything that happened this week was super busy, super crazy, because we had 2 subs here at the same time with the sheetrock and the exterior painting crews, and trying to, you know, pick the colors and get the colors for the inside ready, and all those decisions, and trying to film it all. It was a busy week, but a big transformation week at that. You think it came out good? Mm-hmm. Do you like the color?
Yeah.
Alright, so if you had to pick the color all by yourself, what would you pick? Same thing or something different?
Same thing.
Same thing, really? Alright, so we got Wyatt's approval.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and we will see you on the next video.
Yeah, so that's it. We will see you guys next week for building a farmhouse from scratch. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. By like, I mean thumbs up. I don't know why I always say like, but give it a thumbs up. So we'll see you next week.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.